Oh, hey there.
Hey guys.
Hey, come on with us. Let's go. Let's go. Check this out, SwingCouver.
Who's that sexy thing I see over there? That's me, standing in the mirror. What's that icy thing hanging around my neck? That's gold. Show me some respect. Oh, I thank God every day that I woke up feeling this way. And I can't help loving myself, and I don't need nobody else. Nuh-uh. If I was you, I'd wanna I walk in like a timepiece. I go straight to VIP. I never pay for my drinks. My entourage behind me. My life's a movie, Tom. So bless me, baby, yeah. And even if they try to, they can't do it like I do. I thank God every day that I woke up feeling this way. And I can't help loving myself. And I don't need nobody else. No, baby. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. If I was you, I'd wanna be me.
1, 2, 3.
Turn the bass up. Let's go. I thank God every day that I woke up feeling this way. And I can't help loving myself. And I don't need nobody else. No, baby. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too.
And pose.
What's up, SwingCouver? Oh, I muted John. You guys get now why how this works is if I mute John. Hope everybody's doing good. Can everybody hear us okay? Go ahead and let us know in the chat.
All right, I think we're good. We're good. We're happy.
Double sound.
Here.
How about now? I
think
don't
we're
have
good.
any sound now. We're good?
I'm good. Ready?
I turned off the Yeti.
We
Sound
happy?
check, everybody. Are we good?
How's this sound? We okay?
Is that better?
I think
Yeah.
so. All right. Sweet. Sarah Bear,
All right.
how the hell are you?
Everybody can
Give us a thumbs up.
give us a thumbs up if you can hear
In the chat.
us in the chat.
Sarah, can you hear me?
Good. Thumbs up in the chat.
Sarah?
Is it good? Welcome to SwingCou-VID.
Hello?
We are just getting up and going, as you can see, for an awesome show that's happening today.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Okay, good. It's sounding good. John. Yep, we can hear you, John.
All right, okay.
We can hear you,
Making
babe.
sure. Okay. Groovy. Well, welcome to SwingCouver / the joke of SwingCou-VID 2021. It's a big sigh as I watch that video. You know, it is definitely a reminder of the long journey that we've gone through for this event, and I am absolutely missing every part of SwingCouver so far. Watching that video and all the highlights and just all the smiling faces and recaps and everything, I had goosebumps and maybe even a little tear watching it. I can't believe that we're not there, but at least we all get to hang out here for a little bit. Hey, Sarah Bear.
We have a really fun show that we've planned today together with you guys, for you guys, because of you guys. SwingCouver is dear to John and I because it started off from a spot that we were traveling to all these amazing events and really had this desire to bring together just an epic environment to celebrate swing dancing. And we put the right team together, and that ultimately is what makes SwingCouver happen. It's from day one, we've had a good team, and it is not John and I who do it. It's all these tons of people behind us, and we just rally them.
It's yeah, I remember years ago. It started out. Kyle and Sarah used to come up here for workshop weekends, and we would do small little things and kind of dream. And for me, it was a really surreal aspect of the swing dance world. For like, it was very surreal being able to start even little workshops with you guys coming up here. And then I remember Sarah and I having, it was probably out at a bar somewhere, and we might have been at a casino, I'm not sure, or a hotel room. It was
Maybe
one of those
both.
three. And I remember us having some chats about starting this, and Sarah being like, Kyle, you're not involved. This is me and John. I'm doing this with John. This is what's happening. And anyway, so from there it kind of grew into a few small things, and the first actual year of SwingCouver was split between a random hotel in Vancouver and a small little dance studio with Shauna Court and Kyle and Sarah and myself and Katie Schneider. And
That was 2012, no, 2010.
11.
And then 11, we did it in the studio.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
2012, we got into a hotel.
Yeah.
In fact, what we're going to do through this entire awesome process, you'll see down below, we're playing a game called, it's almost like a swing bingo. It's like Swingo. There's rules, there's instructions, there's a prize, but you're going to want to watch through the entire stream for certain things you'll see in videos. And at the end, somebody gets a pass. Yes. So we are going to take you on a little bit of a journey, show you how we grew, and then we are going to show you just what makes the world of swing dancing amazing and where you can find it at SwingCouver. We do a unique show called the Strictly Swing Challenge that you'll see towards the end, which will be epicness beyond. But before we get to that epicness, we're going to kick off with 2012. This was our first year in the hotel, and this is what it looked like. Enjoy. Be patient with us. We're like new at this whole TV production thing. It's
Nothing.
yeah.
We're trying to do this video you're playing right now.
Oh, here we go.
The reel. You got it. I'm moving it over there.
Coming up sometime soon. I'll try not to sing too much, guys. Am I still up talking to everybody?
Hold on.
It's okay. Hi, Linda Wong. Hi, everybody out there checking in. Andrew. Here we go.
I'm trying.
It's coming. It's coming. I promise. Hopefully you've got a coffee or a drink because you may need it.
Okay. We're up and ready to go.
Here we go. 2012.
Is reel one?
Reel one.
Go ahead, Andreas. Okay.
SwingCouver was amazing.
The jam party that we had last night, and all the DJs kept things going till early in the morning.
Great social dancing, great people, great workshops, great everything. Yeah.
What she said.
First year event, it was top notch.
The energy in the ballroom was just incredible.
I wanted to keep dancing. I didn't want it to end.
The hotel is awesome. It's right downtown. Got to go outside and see Vancouver. It was beautiful.
The next generation of swing dancers.
My mom is amazing. She's a dance goddess, taught me everything I know. My dad didn't teach me anything.
That's what I do.
It's too bad.
We dance in the kitchen all the time.
All the time. Mom's favorite move is this.
I love to do it.
This one, this is like a bangara kind of move or something, but it's great. See, Dad, Mom taught me everything I know. Not everything he knows is what he's going to say. Teach him everything I know.
Take two.
Take two.
Hi.
Woo! I'm Melissa.
I have no mic.
You haven't, but he can hear you. This is Ben.
Fine. Can we try that again?
Specifically answer your question, the reason that it looks so smooth when we're dancing, it's because it is. Yeah.
Kielbasa. These are fun. I love these.
Hi, John Lindo.
Jessica Cox.
And this is Swing Vancouver 2012. This was level
3.
cat.
No, that's 4 and 5.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
Hi, Kyle Red.
Sarah Van Drake.
And Kyle Red.
And Sarah Van Drake.
And Kyle.
Do you want that? Yeah. I guess it kind of does take away the seriousness of what I'm saying when I'm holding a banana.
Hello.
Yeah.
So
I guess it kind of does take away the seriousness of what I'm saying.
Oh my. Everybody, what
that line.
what can I say? We come from our amazing beginnings of just a bunch of fun.
Yeah, it absolutely set a precedence. There are so many things about that video that truly kind of harken me back to remembering those early times, and really even just figuring out like how you and I work together and how we produce an event. And I can't even tell you the amount of times that like it was terrifying to be like, I got to tell Sarah we can't do something, or like we can't, this is not going to be good, but it always turned out great, and you were always so understanding. And it was, I think a big part of that had to do with kind of our sounding boards that we've had over the years, and the amazing people that we've had kind of not just in and around the event, but also in it with us. Like Kyle and Lee have kind of led a charge that, you know, we might be two names that get put on something, but literally the amount of work that they do is beyond comprehension to me. It's ridiculous.
You know, and then without really, ultimately, we always say there's these pillars, right? And ultimately in the center of that pillow is a girl named Joanne Royale.
Did you say pillow?
Well, she's that too. Sometimes she's my shoulder that I lean on. Sometimes she's the person going, come on, girl. And she's the glue that holds our family together at SwingCouver.
It truly is. And even what's crazy about with JoJo is it's always such a labor of love for her, you know, and Maureen, who's there with her every step of the way. And Joe has been there since we used to do the tiny little small events around. And so, well, unfortunately, you know, in a 2-hour span that we aren't going to do a 6-hour show, we only have so much time, and there's so many people of our crew to thank, but we definitely wanted to make that special time to really thank Joe and Maureen for all they do.
And I think we have to go right into ultimately the voice of SwingCouver, But before we do, the voice and the lens shared a little video with us one year of their little escapades they take. Should we take a look?
I think we should have a quick look. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's take a look.
Then we'll bring him in.
SwingCouver in the most beautiful place in the world.
Boom. That logo.
We about to get this on. SwingCouver.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah! Show me what you got, Brad.
There you go, Mr. Ben Morris and Brad Whelan doing it right on the beautiful Alps of Vancouver. I guess they're not Alps, but they're mountains.
It's Whistler Mountain. Yeah, absolutely. And it I remember when they put that video out.
Mr. Ben Morris
And it
Brad Whelan.
it was truly something special when they put that video out. I couldn't believe that it just was surreal, really. It kind of hit home with the fact of what we surround ourselves with here at SwingCouver. Do we have this man around somewhere?
I think we have Mr. Ben Morris right now. What's up, Ben?
Welcome.
Oh, I gotta
to the
unmute
show.
Ben. I gotta unmute
unmute him.
Ben.
We gotta unmute him.
How's that? No?
All right, there
unmute.
I think there we go.
It's not unmuting him. I'm really good at this.
Wait, you're both hitting the button at the same time.
Oh, I didn't
and then
get
one of
anything.
you
There we
moves
go.
and okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Cool. It's like when you're trying to get into the door of a car and you keep opening the handle at the same time the person hits the unlock
That's
button.
exactly
I think
what
you
it is.
both were hitting the button at the same time, and so it kept unmuting me and then re-muting me.
Good. Hey, it's such a pleasure to see you, good sir. It's wonderful to hear your voice and get a
Yeah, I
chance
miss
to
you
share
guys. It's fun to
SwingCouver
see
time.
you. Even if I'm not seeing you in person, it's still fun to see you guys through Zoom. Yeah, that was a fun video to shoot. That's been like a tradition of ours to do. One of our favorite dance events with one of our favorite ski areas.
Whistler has some pretty good skiing, eh? I guess I would probably have a better understanding of it in relation
If
to
you
you
went with us?
if I ever went with you when you asked me to go.
Yeah, so I think everyone should know that back in the beginning of Brad and I going to Whistler after SwingCouver or before SwingCouver, it kind of varied from year to year. John would like talk all this crap like, oh, I can't go with you this year, but like if I could, you wouldn't be able to keep up. We'd be like, whatever. And then it's sort of progressed over the years. And then like
you mean
like,
regressed, right? Regressed.
Yes, regressed. And then last year he was like, I'd go, but like I don't think I'd be able to keep up with you guys. And then this year he was like, well, if you're just recovering from your hip surgery in time and you're just on green runs, like we should be fine together. So it went from talking smack to just him straight up admitting defeat.
In my defense, I'll just say that one of the other epic things about SwingCouver, other than there's a bunch of people who go skiing either before or after, but typically after SwingCouver, usually within a day or two, there's almost always, except I think 1, maybe 2 years, been a Canucks hockey game right after the event. And
yes, that's
for
true.
For 1 year, we had like 16 or 17 of us go to this game, and we started the wave with everybody, and we started chants the whole game. It was epic. So in my defense, I do make sure I take part in that.
Well, also, I will say getting up, like most years we go after SwingCouver. That year we were actually able to go before, but most years it's after. And I will say Sunday morning driving to Whistler, like especially you all can see my backdrop here. This was that was the Sunday, that was Club Couver at SwingCouver last year. And oh my God, we were so tired when we drove. Like there had been so much snow. We had such high hopes, and like we moved so slowly Monday morning that we didn't actually make it to Whistler. We gave up and ended up going to Cyprus, and we didn't get there.
Let me give you guys a quick scope before we move on. Vancouver, sorry, the hotel to Cyprus is about 55 minutes, maybe. And from Vancouver, Whistler, or sorry, from the hotel to Whistler, maybe 2 hours.
Yeah,
So
and
they
I
couldn't
think
even make it 2 hours.
we got to Cyprus. We were like too tired to drive. I don't think we got to Cyprus till like 1, and we skied for maybe like 2 or 3 hours, and then Brad was just like could not keep going anymore. We just gave up, and then finally we drove to Whistler that night.
So Ben, if I were to kind of chat a little bit with you about some of what would one of the first things about SwingCouver that kind of stands out for you? What would one of those things kind of set up like for you?
Well, obviously Club Couver, because it's on my backdrop right now. So certainly Club Couver, which for those of you that don't know, evolved from actually going to a club Sunday night to just turning the hotel into a club Sunday night instead. And if you were watching that first video, if you saw people who looked like they were in a cage, that was 2 years ago, I think. And then last year they like amped it up even farther with like they closed the ballroom you guys closed the ballroom. And then when we all came back, it had been turned into this like ridiculous looking nightclub. So just that, I mean, really embodies just the social fun side of it, like Club Couver and the pajama party Saturday night.
It's something I remember. So the one in the cage was we built a cage in one of the small side ballrooms because we were like, no, we can't do it in the main ballroom. That's too, we're thinking too far outside the box. And so we did that for 2018, and for 2019, Sarah comes to me and she goes, hey, John, I need I need to, and now I'm like, okay, well, I'm up Schitt's Creek now. We gotta do it. She goes,
I just finished watching that show.
Oh, it's so good.
She goes, I need to turn the ballroom into the nightclub. That's what we need to do. And we were like, well, how do we do that? And then we made it work, and with incredible amounts of work from both the hotel and other staff that came and helped us out. It's definitely been a mark for the last 2 years that I'm very proud of from us that we accomplished. Because
I think it's the coolest looking ballroom setup I've ever seen was last year.
That's so
amazing.
Sweet.
Many of you know, I'm obsessed with cool ballroom lighting. Like I love it, and this blew me away.
You have a ballroom that's pretty cool of your own called Jack and Jill-A-Rama that we all love to go to every
How about this one, Ben? You're in this picture too. How about that one?
Oh,
Oh, and that's when Jordan's like
the ballroom was
and
on
Victor
fire.
and
Yeah.
Brian and Kyoji, all of them.
So good.
So Ben, Friday night, one of the greatest things for us that like brings everybody together and lets you know you're at SwingCouver is your voice on the mic. Will you tell us a little bit about what your mindset is before you do the pro show that we're about to watch? A couple.
Yeah, so that was actually the next thing I was going to say after Club Couver. So SwingCouver was one of the first events to give me like a full MC gig for the whole weekend. I think it it might have been the second, but I don't know if Jack and Jill-A-Rama counts. John was like, here, you do it, Wheaton, Dr. Connell. But yeah, and so I feel like John and Sarah were just like, okay, we want you to MC, and then just like, but be your goofy self. Like there was no like formality to it. It was like, oh, just I'll entertain myself, and hopefully that will also entertain other people. And so it's like I just get to like have that embodiment and that goofiness while I'm emceeing there. I don't have to be serious, and then I feel like that carries over into the show on Friday night. Is such a relaxed atmosphere. Like I mean, I think a lot of events do like a pro improv show, but it varies, right? Like 1 year it's great, 1 year we're all not as on point. Like they're unpredictable. But for whatever reason, I feel like SwingCouvers, I always see people have some of their best dances, and I think it's just the environment of like it's just so relaxed, it's so positive. Like the lighting's not too bright, which means sometimes people complain when they see the video afterwards and they're like, it's too dim. And I'm like, well, you should have been there in person instead because it was amazing in person.
And you know what? That goes along with mine and Sarah's whole vision of when we really wanted to start Friday night a certain way, and everything about what we wanted Friday to be was just inclusive, make everyone feel like they're part of our little family with us. and hanging out and having a good time. And so we would start with kind of silly contests, whether it was a Star Wars Strictly Swing or
Yeah.
you know, all sorts
Ugly
of different.
Strictly.
Didn't we have
Soul
the
Train
ugly
one
Strictly?
year?
We had a Prince one, a Purple Rain Strictly or something, which was epic. Like there's all sorts. And so people coming into the event from our perspective had less of a nature, which bled hopefully into the pro show, less of a nature of like, we got to go in and compete against each other. We just wanted everyone to come in and hang out and have a good time and get dressed up and be silly. So that's kind of where
it's
that
just
took
so
it.
encouraging and positive. Like it just, and I feel like actually that atmosphere carries over. I mean, even though we're talking about the pro show right now, I feel like that atmosphere actually carries over into the Jack and Jill and the Strictly. Whereas I feel like one of the reasons I personally think that pro shows, the pro improv shows, tend to more often be more fun to watch than like a Strictly or Jack and Jill competition actually is, because when there's like a Strictly or Jack and Jill, there's more of this like focus on like, if something goes wrong, it's bad, right? And so and I feel like it changes the focus. But like in a pro show that's not a competition, people don't really care as much if something goes wrong. They just sort of care about what goes right. So it causes people to like push boundaries more, and so you get a lot cooler, more exciting stuff that you wouldn't otherwise. But I feel like the Jack and Jill and the Strictly also both maintain that atmosphere, even though they are a competition. So that like all three divisions tend to have just that like really relaxed boundary pushing feel, and as opposed to like that serious, I've got to like not mess up, we're competing against each other feel. Even if on some of those divisions we are competing against each other for what I will say is usually very generous prize money from thank you.
Hey, you know why? I have to say, when we started this event, the two events that were really pushing the new limits for me was Liberty and Swing Diego. And Liberty was the first event, John Lindo and John Fest at the time, to really put the money out. And it caused us to really like want to show respect to the person risking that. Like, gosh, you know, I want to be able, if somebody, I'm going to show up for half that. And if you're willing to pay us more like that, yeah. And you'll see it in the shows.
People appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mike is motivating.
Do we have a little something coming up to show a little Friday?
We're going to
Could it possibly be the pro show?
Yep, we're going to show 3 clips because it's only 2 hours, and I wanted to save the end of it for everybody to get to see the Strictly's challenges and see the pros that are here waiting to say hi to everybody in the waiting room. We have a fun game. A lot of our staff is here right now waiting. We are going to show you 3 dances, a minute clip that is just memorable for me personally. Not that all of them weren't, but these 3 just don't leave me. And then a little combination of everything that kind of goes on Friday night. All right, boys, take
Give
it
it up
away.
for our first couple. I don't know who it is, but I'm excited.
Yes! Thanks, Ben. I'm muting
seeing
you
you
now.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you miss me. While I'm alone and blue as can be, dream a little dream of me.
This Now we can end the story right here, but shorty didn't quit, it was something in the air. Yeah, he said it was something so appealing, he couldn't fight the feeling, something about it, he knew he couldn't doubt it, couldn't understand it, branded, since the first kick flip he landed, labeled a misfit, a bandit, cocoon, 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 his neighbors couldn't stand it, so he was banished to the park, started in the morning, one stopped after dark, yeah, when they said it's getting late in here, so I'm sorry young man, there's no skating here, and so we kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, coast, and away he rolled, just a rebel to the world with no place to go, and so we kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, coast, so come and skate with me, just a rebel, looking for a place to be, so let's kick, and push, and coast.
We have one more video coming up. That was amazing, Jordan and Tatiana. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Here comes your next pro show reel. Not that one, Kyle, the pro and invitational one.
Oh.
Uh-huh, it's coming, don't worry. Here you go. Maybe. Soon.
Baby, this is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves, and everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you. This is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves. This is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she
All right. Oh my goodness. Unreal. I gotta unmute.
Okay. So can I just first of all, Kyle Red is a genius because if I'm not mistaken, Kyle cut that video. Am I right?
He did. Do you see
Okay.
Kyle, everybody? He's
Oh.
back here.
So first of all, I think it was when Ben did that like pirouette turn forward and then got reversed back. Was he dancing with Deborah there, I think?
Yes, in the pro show.
What was amazing is if you go back and watch that clip again, Deborah's face in and out of that is perfect. It's like, hello. Like her visual of how that progresses is phenomenal. Also, slow motion Nick King couldn't be any better.
Slow motion Nick King was pretty epic, I have to say. And you guys, we are so excited right now. We have a lot of our staff. They're going to start checking in and they're coming in muted. So our staff can start turning on their videos, the ones that are in the room. And you can see Mr. here. Everybody is staying muted so we don't talk over each other. We've got awesome JoJo, Nick and Tashina. We
Welcome,
have
Philippe and Floor.
Nicole, John Lindo, Brad Whelan, rubbing that sunshine in.
Miles and Tessa are here. Katie's here.
Thibaut and Nicole, all the way from France.
Mr. Pete Green.
Pete Green. Yay. Kiachi, hi, baby. I miss you. Aw. Oh, will you look at that gorgeous child?
Beautiful red SwingCouver.
I like it.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Well, welcome to those of you that are here. Super wonderful to see y'all.
Yay.
Brad, put a shirt on.
So
I know,
you guys,
Brad's just trying to rub this in. He's like, man, I'm in Australia. I'm going to sit by the pool and drink a margarita. That's not very Australian. I know. I promise.
Rub it in. Rub it in.
I am here to fucking tie me kangaroo down drink, you know.
We got Ben and Cameo are here.
Hey.
That is behind her.
Well, it's Ben. He's in camo. We've got all of our pros still muted. I'm going to explain a little bit what the game is. So to those of you watching, our pros are all popping in from all over the world. Something that makes us so proud at SwingCouver is that we recognize that West Coast Swing is worldwide. So we do our best to invite as many different professionals and dancers from all over the world so we can enjoy each other's culture and the dance together. So these pros are the ones that make it happen, from speaking multiple languages to going through sometimes 4 or 5 connections to get to Vancouver, jet lagged, coming back from the last weekend, whatever they're doing. So we're going to play a little fun game because a lot of them are teaching today and have different time zones, as we see. We're going to pretend like, let's say, SwingCouver 2021 happened at the hotel in Vancouver. It was the most epic, crazy year ever. And
including your travel, like your travel to the event, all of it, every part of it.
Whatever it may be. We're going to give each square, Ken and Bren, yay, hi, welcome.
Welcome.
More of our staff popping in. We're going to give you guys about 10 seconds. I have a little bell right here that I use for the kids when it's dinner time. I grew up on a farm, so I still dig this.
Oh my God, really? You actually used that when you grew up? You actually had a bell to tell you to come in to dinner?
Dude, it's my mom's. This was ring. I grew up in the mountains. I'd ride horses. And when we heard this around the mountain, we'd get home.
Well, all I'll say, Sarah, is that is special.
Well, that's why I can do things for myself. Okay. So now what we're going to do is each person in the square is going to tell the story of SwingCouver 2021 in 10 seconds, and then you are going to leave it off to the next square to continue the story, and we will have a complete event when we're done.
SwingCouver storyboard.
Like they're going to SwingCouver 2021.
Yeah, so John's going to kick it off. I'm going to go. Andreas Casper, who is making sure this whole thing happens, is just going to keep monitoring, and we're going to go to bed.
I feel, Sarah, like you should start it off because I don't even have to fly to SwingCouver, so it would be a really boring travel story.
Okay. So
I'll kick it off after you, or I'll wait till the end. I'll finish it after whoever's last. I'll finish it off.
Are you
I
gonna
like
call
that.
people in, Sarah?
So no, what I'm gonna do is just gonna go in the row that everybody.
But everybody's different when they come
Oh.
into the Zoom.
So Sarah will just
crap.
call it out. Sarah will call it out.
I'll just call it out. Okay, I'll call it out.
Hey,
Boom.
pros, give me a wave if you're all ready to be called out and ready to take part in the story. Everyone in here, put your hands up so you can see you're cool, yeah? Okay.
You'll have to unmute yourself when you start talking.
You'll have to
And-
unmute yourself, yeah.
And if there's two of you, we want each of you to get to put a part in.
So if it's a little
Cool.
longer than 10 seconds, no big deal.
I don't care.
If there's 3 of you, you can go longer.
I'm just happy to see these faces.
Floor.
No doubt, seriously.
Floor.
All right, Sarah Bear, why don't you kick us off? Here we go. Storyboard SwingCouver 2021.
Here we go. I'm getting in my girl. One more amazing, beautiful face. Look at that.
Oh,
She here.
Who?
Tati's coming in.
My girl.
Hi,
My
Tati.
beautiful Tati. Okay, yay. You got here perfect time, Tot.
Did you,
She'll pick it up. She'll pick it up as we go. She's all good.
She knows. Okay, so
She's
this
first.
the story of SwingCouver 2021 begins here. It was a year like no other, and there were many, many. Well, maybe I should just let the story tell itself. I was on my way to SwingCouver, and it was the biggest snowstorm I'd ever seen. As the limo was picking me up, sent to me by the hotel for all the business I've brought to them, as I got into my limo, right as I shut the door, the driver said, "Ben Morris."
You got to unmute him. Oh, wait, we're not. Nope, we got to unmute him.
There we go. The driver said, "You better buckle your seatbelt. The roads are super icy. This is going to be a hairy drive to the hotel." And sure enough, on the way to the hotel, I feel like that was my time.
Everybody unmute yourself. This is going to take too long. Everybody unmute yourself and just
Be quiet till it's your time.
just can it. Next up, we have Tebow and Nicole. What happened?
Oh yeah, good.
Oh, we're good? Okay.
We're good.
So you go.
No, you go.
So the driver said, this couple in the back can't stop fighting about what to say next. So no, oh my God, please say something. Too much pressure.
We're gonna go to the event.
We're terrible at games, guys.
Oh my God.
Who's next?
Well, you know what? You're beautiful, and that's what really matters. You're beautiful people, and you dance well, okay?
I can't believe you won the All
So,
American.
We still haven't got to the hotel yet.
okay, so we got to the hotel, and then all of a sudden, when we walked in, we saw Nick King and Tashina Beckman King.
At the hotel check-in.
Perfect. So when we got to the hotel and we said hi to everybody, and then I had to run away because our little man had a poopy diaper. So we can't let him go on the dance floor with a poopy diaper. So daddy duty's called.
So then he hands me all of the luggage, all the baby bags, all the luggage. I have to go check in and balance everything by myself when I run into.
Oh my gosh, it's Philip and Floor.
And I just say, I'm sorry, I'm pregnant, 8 months, and I really need to pee right now. So I'm gonna kiss you later, and I'm running.
Okay, that was perfect. No, had to add anything?
Yeah, because you had to go get her something to eat.
Yeah, maybe I had to get her something to eat, but before I was helping Tashina to help her with all the stuff to carry on, and then.
And then all of a sudden,
I walked up and I was like, wait a minute, there's 3 pros who can't check into their rooms right now. And I was like, what am I going to do to help these pros be able to check into their room? But luckily, Katie was standing there and she wasn't really upset with me yet. And Katie felt like...
I felt like it was cool because John had given me the keys to his suite already. And I was like, come on, guys, let's all hang out in John's room and drink his beer till your rooms are ready.
That's awesome. So all of a sudden we went to go get a key from the woman that has everything. The person that runs the whole event, Joanne, what happened?
Unmute, Joanne. It was going to be a disaster because everybody drank John's beer.
Oh, shit.
So what do you do?
What do you do, Maureen? Tell us.
Maureen, call Maureen.
Yeah, she called me. I have no idea. Basically, it's my first year really on staff.
Yeah.
I just go back to Joanne. I go, no, I'll look at the desk. You handle. I just stand there talking, happy to be there and see everybody.
So then, all of a sudden, in walked the most amazing, gorgeous. I'll send it to you, Lorraine.
Muted.
Oh my God. And I was just enamored with all of the snow that was falling. And of course, being maybe the second best judge at that event, they gave me the presidential suite full of alcohol and food, full of all the food I ever wanted to eat for all weekend.
Whoa.
Perfect. That is amazing that they would do something like that and give you all the food that is so delicious. So while you were eating that food, Miles and Tessa, what happened?
There we go. Thank you.
Well, first, while she was eating food, I was
Melting. I'm melting away.
yeah, I was just preparing everything for the contest, noticing that once again, registration was a little bit behind. So there's 10 more heats of novice Jack and Jill than I expected. So we're scrambling a little bit. I'm just working on that right now, trying to finalize those numbers because I think it's something like 899 followers to 2 leaders, something around that line. So it's going to be fun.
Yes. Tessa, what were you doing while Miles was doing that?
Oh, well, I'm always on food duty, so I needed to go and order from the restaurant to make sure that my chief judge here is well fed. And then check out the hospitality suite to see how that crew is doing and taking care of the staff, making sure everybody's well fed for the weekend.
Which really means she's doing fireball shots, really.
Totally. That's what we do in the staff room, okay?
That's all there. That is breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Now y'all know. Now y'all.
And then next.
Hey, something going on in the ballroom at that time too while Miles was doing all that judging. Koichi, what kind of things were happening music-wise in the ballroom for SwingCouver 2021 at that point?
So that's when we realized that instead of all the speakers that we're supposed to have, we only had one speaker. So then people were trying to, Sarah and John were freaking out, trying to figure out what to do. But you know, Brad comes by to save the day.
Brad, what happened?
Oh, Bradford.
Oh man, you wouldn't believe it. It was just incredible what I did. I was gonna save the entire day, but then I realized that Robert Royston had actually booked out the entire ballroom for himself because he wanted to do some solo practice before the Strictly was coming up, and he didn't want anybody to see the moves that he was planning for the entire thing. So that's what happened next. But
whoa,
it was crazy. It was just crazy.
I'm really curious how Ben and Cameo responded to the ballroom being monopolized by Robert Royston. I'm really curious about that.
Well, we were already late to our workshop, so I'm pretty glad that he just kept talking like he always does. Because we were a little bit scared because we got cut off at customs, and I was like, I am not going to let customs make me late for a workshop again at SwingCouver. So like we brought Millie because Millie just makes everything better, and she's gonna make SwingCouver the best SwingCouver ever.
And we had the best workshop ever.
Yeah, I mean, but luckily, like Robert delayed for as long as he would have taken our next hour because he's just that kind of he's a mensch. That's how he rolls. So, but we did get there with Millie.
I don't think that was proper usage of the word mensch.
Great workshop, and yeah, and then we handed it off to
Ken and Bryn. Were they there too? Ken and Bryn, you guys were there, right?
We were.
What happened?
Yeah, so everything was going great. But then all of a sudden, a news bulletin came up that said that there was a new strain of COVID. And it didn't mess with your sense of taste or smell. It actually messed with your sense of timing and rhythm.
I've had it for years.
I can't feel my feet.
Brad Wheelan, I've got it for years.
KP has to act.
It actually cured Brad.
But they only mess with people. Like this strand of COVID only affected people who were able-bodied. So if you had like any type of like hearing impairment, it didn't. So I was the only person that could dance on
Clearly.
through the entire event.
I believe that that actually happened, people. That happened. Ken is the person with some amazing rhythm. I love dancing with that man so much.
You know what's crazy after that with the whole COVID outbreak that we had and one of the hotbeds, like, I don't know, but when Jordan came up to SwingCouver, he was talking about COVID down in California, and now we have this new strain that's affecting people at SwingCouver. I don't really know how do you approach that? Maybe in your workshops or your day-to-day at SwingCouver, buddy?
I'm super uncomfortable. I know my comp tonight's going to be off time. I know my demo with Todd's going to be off time. So I teach this workshop on the beauty of West Coast swing on 2. It's the newest craze, starts on the upbeat, and it's taking over. And I convince the whole audience that anyone dancing on time is actually doing it totally wrong. And I want the audience to only cheer if they see West Coast swing on 2.
Can I ask you then, Jordan, just in relation to that specific, who would lose the Jack and Jill then? Is there a specific person coming up next that you think might lose the Jack and Jill because of that?
He's already gone, but Brad was the only one that it affected in this odd way. Brad was the only one on time, and so he got booed off. But it's interesting because my biggest competition was following Mr. Lindo, and he I did my best. All of the movie was like Jordan set up. So
Can you hear him?
No, John.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Apparently, it turned out that the new virus had actually affected John's ability to talk, so that when he was talking, no sound was coming out. And it was really frustrating to him because the whole weekend he kept trying to say things and nobody was responding to him, and he couldn't figure out what was happening because he didn't realize that nobody could hear him. So he kept trying to talk in his workshops, and nobody was getting the message. And the only person who could hear him weirdly was Ken, which was really strange if you think about it.
Full circle, full circle, full circle.
And one other person who actually speaks the language of all humans, and that is Tatiana Molman. She was able to figure this out. Tot, what happened?
I actually heard what John was saying, so you guys all didn't. What he was saying was because of the virus, what happens is it also loses your sense of who is who. So what happens when I saw John, I thought it was Jordan. So right away I was like, Jordan, we got to do our demo. So we got on the floor, I pulled him, and Jordan was confused, but not, because then he also grabbed Sarah. It was all confusing, but that's what I heard. John, you're right. That's what you said, right? But unfortunately what happened was, in the meantime, while we were all checking in on Friday, during the day, they lost my luggage, so I didn't have any luggage. So I had to make do. So I took the curtains from the bedroom and I just started cutting and making outfits. So I was really busy during the day while everyone was like finding food for each other and helping each other out with, luggage. I was really busy trying to cut clothes.
By the way, Todd, I have a bill for you for that for a few $100, just in case, just for later.
I put sheets up.
It's in Canadian, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. So I also made
Yeah, that's like $8.
to wear with me in our competitions for our demo on Friday night when we did the pro show, and John looked really awesome in the skirt. It was like a kilt. It was awesome. But then I used all the little sewing kits that come in the room, But then Sarah finally gave me a shirt. She's like, "Can you just use SwingCouver?" Because I got so used to cutting. I wore this shirt, but I had to cut it where it goes along. Yes. So I appreciate it because I needed outfits. So thanks for that. But
my God.
After John wore his kilt, people got jealous. So then
Pete looked at my kilt and he had a few things to tell me about my kilt that
John. But yeah. But so Pete, what did you want? You wanted that kilt. So what did it make you feel like when you saw that?
On your kilt's giving me the rhythm Rona. I don't know how well to do tonight. Dancing with everyone, and I would take that thing off. I think that thing right there is patient zero. So let's go upstairs and change. And so I said, I think we've got your room and there's a bunch of people in there partying, but I just got my room key. So let's head up to my room on the 8th floor. So we go to the elevator and we see Thibaut and Nicole. We see him again.
And we're going to give Thibaut and Nicole one more shot to wrap our story up. Thibaut and Nicole.
I'll finish it off after them.
You can do this, guys.
You can do it, Thibaut.
So Pete comes up, he grabs both of us. He says, "Guys, we got to get downstairs. There's a fire in the ballroom."
Oh, that's good. And John, what happened in the fire? What happened at the end?
What was amazing about the fire is it got you and I out of our contract with the hotel, and we didn't have to pay shit to the hotel at the end of the weekend.
And that is why SwingCouver 22
Except Kyle set the fire.
is coming back. You're professionals, my friends. Bringing together SwingCouver 2021.
Oh my God. Thank you guys for that storyboard. Storyboard.
Before anybody goes, I just want to say this.
Turn off your video.
No, keep your video on. Keep your video on. But after I say this, you're going to want to mute yourself in your video if you want to stay in and chat. Because we're going to begin to show the Strictly Swings. We can't obviously show them all, which is a bummer, but we're going to show about 8 or 9 of them. And we want to say to all of you, thank you so much for holding our dance community up, building it to what it is, allowing us to have this event on your back. And most importantly, to our West Coast swing and dance world, I don't ask of you, I beg of you to please support our artists during this time, especially. We want a house to come back to, and to do that, a lot of people are having to do a lot of pivots while keeping West Coast swing alive. And
if you guys have a look at our website, there's a media portion to the SwingCouver website where if you drop it down, and if we're missing any of you guys that are on the chat or any other pros that we have at SwingCouver, then let us know and we'll put it up there. But all of your Instagrams should be linked through our SwingCouver website to help with you guys to be able to follow what these guys are doing, to kind of just help the community go, so that, like Sarah said, we have a house to come back to.
You want to find them easily, you can go to swingcouver.com and you can find, again, all their links there. Please support our artists. And you know what? If they don't have something they're teaching online right now, there's no reason you can't just shoot a message to check on them and making sure. Yeah. So thank you to our SwingCouver crew and my friends, you guys, for showing up today.
We love you. Thank you guys so much.
Enjoy the show, because what you're about
Feel free to stay out. Sarah, you know what I would like to touch on really quick, and I just changed my background to a snapshot of it. And one of the things that we obviously just don't have enough time, and you guys could say, well, you could have made the show 4 hours, but yeah, you know what I mean. So one of the things that we changed a few years ago, and there's a couple other events that do this as well, is we moved our newcomer Jack and Jill finals from the early afternoon where we didn't have.
Yes, I love this.
And we moved that to the evening right before the All-Star finals. And if you look behind me here, you'll see Katie and Alyssa and Koichi, and I can't see quite here who's beside them, but in like just a wonderful group of not just our pros, but all our staff going out to support these newcomers to kick friggin' butt and to make sure that we support that growth and that they feel that love coming from all of us. And again, I know there are other events that do this, so it's not like SwingCouver is the outlier, is the only one that presents this kind of opportunity for the newcomers. But it is something that I truly valued when we decided to make that change and involve that in our event. I feel it added a layer of family, a layer of support, a layer of pure joy that people need to feel.
The one thing we're all going to be hard at work doing is making new dancers. So
yeah, we're going to have to do that.
We love you guys. We'll let you go free. We know you've got a lot going on, and we appreciate your important, valuable time.
Add one more thing to that, to the newcomer. I will say that people that are joining on that have never been to SwingCouver, it is true. I mean, we've been in this world for 25 years or more, a lot of us. That feeling that night when the newcomers dance and the support that you get from the audience is, there's no words to express that feeling. You have to actually be there. So that means you have to be there in 2022 to experience that.
Yes,
for sure. Because it is a one in a lifetime feeling that I can't even, like I said, I can't even express. So be there, and thank God we didn't have it this year because a lot of fires, no costume, you know, it would have been a wreck. So we'll see you next year. Yeah.
You're right, Todd.
One speaker, we'd have one speaker with some crazy limo driver who would probably have gotten into an accident on the way over or something.
And we would have had poopy diapers in the lobby.
Totally.
Yeah, poopy accident diapers. Nobody wants SwingCouver 2021 anyway.
Well, that's okay. You guys, all you people bring in new babies. Come in, Jordan and Lottie.
Congratulations, everybody.
Philip and Floor.
Ben and Cameo. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Don't keep score. I'm sure one of you will be pregnant by the time it happens next January.
Yeah, I'll make a bet with Ben and Cameo. Yeah, right. I'm not gonna do it because I'm twice as bad as you are there, Mr. Ben. This guy runs.
Hey, Morris, that's for you.
We love you guys. We're gonna move on now to our
guys. Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
If you want to pop in,
PJ's here. PJ.
This is amazing, guys. Thanks for doing this.
Sorry, I missed the damn story.
It's
Shit.
okay. We saw your face.
We'll do a special Southern story later with you, buddy.
Okay.
All right, everybody, go ahead and end your videos, and we are going to move on to our strictly swing side of the best part, I think.
So, well, okay. So I'm going to paraphrase this a little bit for people. So Sarah and I, along with Kyle and Lee for sure, and Sarah and I have gone over pretty much every, I'm going to call it like 2-3 years, but every year we do this. And Sarah and I look at where the value is provided at the event, and we try to uplift each part when we feel something isn't quite necessarily not holding its weight, but you know what I mean? There's certain aspects that uplift. And for a little while at SwingCouver, we had our Pro-Am that we did on Friday night, and that was exceptional. We donated a bunch of money to Canadian Diabetes in lieu of Carter. And we've done all sorts of different dress-up things on Friday. And on Saturday, we've done the emotional Jack and Jill, and we had the All-Star Challenge where the All-Star winners would dance up in the Invitational. And so we would try to pick up different things, and whether that was originally, like I think Ben mentioned earlier, we would have the Sunday Club Couver, fine, all good, that was amazing, and we turned the ballroom into a club. But one of the things Sarah and I felt we were lacking is how are we going to turn our pro strictly swing, our champion strictly swing, into something that is dynamic, that inspires the room, that also, because Vancouver is a little bit out of the way for most people, how do we, we want people to stick around. We want to have that party with everybody. And the Pro Strictly Swing Challenge, when we really started to go into it, and it's not that we haven't had some bumps and bruises along the way and hiccups to figure out how this is going to manifest for us, but what it has turned into, to me, is one of the most inspiring things I have ever seen in the West Coast swing world. And I don't quite have the longevity of some of the people in the room, but, a good 21 years. And I've never seen that. I've never seen that. I've never experienced it. And it has been, when we decided to go down that road, the pros were, albeit sometimes it's a real big pain in the ass. It's a constraint. But it's amazing.
So check it out. I'm going to lay it out a little bit for you guys before you see this. We are, most of the dances we picked one, not all of them did, but I think most of them.
Most of them. But we've only done it 3 times.
Right. And I will say, they only, like John said, they only had an hour. They did not know what they were getting.
So
every
first year they had 90 minutes.
Every single
1 year was an hour, 1 year was an hour and a half, 1 year was something else. I can't remember.
Yeah. Every single routine you're going to watch, we're going to come back and tell you where it came from, because the idea again is taking an old school routine and reworking it in an hour to make it happen. So here we go with our first video coming up to you. Enjoy, everybody. Buckle up. We'll be right back with the.
What's going on right now?
Here we go.
Citizens of planet Earth, don't get caught in the air. Don't strive to distraction. The flash, it's just there. You've got to get out about your space. Take a little time to contemplate. Will we ever see what it's like behind these walls? Oh no. And are you still moving up every time you fall? You fall. Stop.
SwingCouver, give it up for
Oh, Sarah, girl.
Oh,
Can't hear you.
sorry.
Sarah
I got
Bear.
all excited.
There you
Okay,
go.
is that better?
Yep, all good.
Ridiculous, right?
So
Maxime and Alyssa dancing to. Now we are going to move quick. We're not going to give quick reviews.
we're not gonna
'cause we
go
wanna
crazy. But that routine is from Ronnie and Brandy. And if I have my notes. Citizens, right. Thank you for that. We looked for that and I forgot it.
Our next couple coming out is going to be, I believe, Benji and Tatiana
That is
dancing
correct.
to Ben and Melina's Do Your Thing. Enjoy.
Thank you.
gentlemen, give it up for Benji.
Oh my gosh. I don't even, whoever doesn't have their mic muted. Yeah. That was ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I don't even, guys, 1 hour after on a Sunday.
What I'm also going to just paraphrase while we're going through this, because for those of you who are jumping onto the feed right now or are new to the idea of what we were doing, it's essentially, especially last year, we did a little bit differently. We ran a preliminary round for the Strictly, and then how they seeded, however they placed, they got to choose their, they got to be in that order, essentially. So whoever was first, second, third. What happened is we had a group of songs, and they then got to choose from a group of songs that we had prepared from old routines. And when you get a song like Do Your Thing and how fast that is, I do not know the BPM off the top of my head, but my guess is it's not terribly slow.
Well, and Tatiana and Benji, how far they pushed their bodies.
Unreal.
Crazy what they, after going all weekend long traveling, and we're not the only weekend, you know, they've been to 5 before and 5 after, and to put your body through that after dancing to 6 in the morning, doing
On
workouts
Sunday, yeah.
on a Sunday.
130 beats a minute.
I mean, that
Okay.
was 130 beats a minute. So to our athletes, my
Yeah,
God.
no doubt.
All right, we're moving on. Next up, we are celebrating Robert and Tessa dancing to One Bourbon that was originally danced by Ben and Jen. Enjoy.
Here comes Ben Morris and Jennifer DeLuca. I want to tell you a story about the house on blue. I come home on Friday, and I tell the landlady that I lost my job. She said, that don't confront me, as long as I get my money next Friday. Now next Friday I come, I didn't get the rent.
Oh my
man.
gosh.
I loved that one so much. And again, my heart is so happy watching these. I just absolutely loved that one with Robert and Tessa. It was truly one of, I mean, they've been so wonderful over the course of
No, and to pop off lifts like that overhead and
buddy, it's unreal. And I mean, like I love the complexity of all of the routines that they come up with, again, in like an hour to an hour and a half, depending on the year.
well, and to watch them take their own, make work what they know, but then do shout outs at the certain points.
Which
I mean,
is phenomenal.
it's ridiculous.
They all, yeah, I love that one. The next one we're going to go into, I believe, which is absolutely phenomenal, is I do believe Jordan and Victoria.
Dancing to one of my favorite songs, Groove is in the Heart.
One of your favorites? I wonder why.
Well, especially now. Wait till you see what they do. Enjoy.
Sick.
We're going to dance. We're going to dance. We're going to dance and have some fun. what's the song? I couldn't ask for another. No, I couldn't ask for another. Your crew, I do deeply dig. No walls, only the bridge. My supper dish, my crocketesh wish. Sing it, baby. I couldn't ask for another.
Watch out.
So good.
Unreal. I mean,
I love that one so much.
unreal. I swear to you,
I love that one so much.
unreal.
That's me. That's me.
I love that one. Oh, sorry, I was getting a little bit of feedback. My
That was
bad.
me, sorry.
It was John. So well done, Jordan and Victoria, bringing it. They brought it every year. It was really hard to pick which one out of the routines they've done. So you guys need to make sure you go check out the other ones that were done last year. They did Macklemore, which was great too. It was amazing.
That's so dang.
All right, we're keeping it moving. I could go on for an hour about each of these. I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
because
we
are going moving on. Next, we have our MC, SwingCouver's voice, Mr. Ben Morris, dancing with Toey Zowie. Red Alert. Parker and Jesse danced to this. So did Ronnie and Michael and Brandy, but I believe that Parker and Jess was the name that was drawn out of the hat for this cut. Here we go. Enjoy. Ben and Tori.
But don't worry, don't panic. Ain't nothing going on but history. Yeah, it's all right. Don't panic. And the music keeps on playing on and on. And the music keeps on playing on and on. Red alert, it's a catastrophe. But don't worry, don't panic. Ain't nothing going on but history, yeah. But it's all right. Don't panic. And the music keeps on. The way you shake, 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 shake. The way you shake, 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 shake. The way you shake, 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 shake.
SwingCouver, give it up for
Unbelievable. I don't have enough descriptive words.
When
What's happening?
honestly, when I saw that for the first time, and I just got a message from Ben while that was going on, he goes, "This is one of my favorite routines I've ever done." And in a general sense, to be honest, and I know we keep harping on the whole length of how long everyone has to get ready, but it truly, that dance was jaw dropping for me.
It's
Flat out.
bananas.
Yeah.
It's absolutely bananas what happens within an hour. We're going to keep it going, guys, because it keeps going. We're halfway through.
Because it keeps going.
We're moving on. Next up, we have Tebow and Nicole. What's cool about Tebow and Nicole is
this is a special one.
this is a special one because this is a routine that was danced by Jason Colasino and Katie Boyle. It was originally danced by Robert Royston and Nicola Royston. I also know Lorene danced it at one point too. The special performance that everybody is so famous with Jason and Katie was danced, I believe, at Worlds. This is what it's based off of.
And isn't Royston in the back of that video while Jason and Katie are dancing
Of
this
course,
using his line?
Royston's always helping everybody out that's coming up. And I'll tell you, what's so full circle, I remember watching Tebow and Nicole dance this, and I got tears in my eyes because I knew Jason would be like, yes, this is good. Thank you, God. It's just all of it. So watch, enjoy. This is Tebow and Nicole dancing.
Love it. This is amazing. I'm so excited for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tebow.
That lift.
How good does that feel in your soul right now?
Holy crap. I mean, that is the kind of thing that I think kind of dance that when we watch it back, that when we all look at it as a community, to me, just that vibe of that dancing, it makes you, that kind of dance really, well, all of them do shit, but
my favorite is the triple tango. I love that move.
Yeah.
Well, and really, we did hear Jason and Katie were the first to dance it. Robert let us know. Thank you, Robert. I will say, this is proof of why we all can know events will be back. Like you just can't get that on a computer. I mean, if you think it's great right now, you should see what it's like when it's live.
When we're there that Sunday, it's really, it's hard for Sarah and I are normally standing about 13 to 17 feet away from each other while this competition happens. And when we check in with each other, it is normally, and this happens a lot of times during the course of the weekend at SwingCouver, as I'm sure most event directors experience within their own right. But when Sarah and I get that chance, or Kyle and Lee, or myself and Kyle, or Lee and Sarah, whatever it is, when we get that chance to look over at each other along with everyone that takes part in it with us, these are the moments that stick in my mind that I will never forget, that I am so thankful that we've had already, and who the hell knows what's coming up. But what I can tell you is these are the moments that I live for at SwingCouver, and I'm really blessed to be around the incredible staff that we have. But I will also say it does take the a lot of the people in the audience, they haven't been there, they haven't seen these routines before, the originals, and yet the engagement that they allow themselves to feel with the couples that are on the floor, it's not just, oh, that's another routine. They take it all into account.
Yeah,
and
they like
does make it special.
And again, I will say this about Canada. There is a respect level and kindness that you feel as soon as you're through customs. And I say through customs because you're not going to feel it in customs. You're going to feel it on the other side of it.
Totally,
And
totally will. Yes, totally.
that audience just steps in. We're going to keep it going because I can't stop.
So
next up,
we got two left, right? There, two left.
We've got three left. We've got
three left.
Robert and Alyssa dancing up a lazy river. This was a shout out to Lance Shermone and Michelle French, who won the US Open to this. I'm just gonna hit play because you'll see. Enjoy.
Up a lazy river by the whole mill run. Lazy river in the noonday sun. Linger a while in the shade of a tree. Throw away your troubles, dream with me. Up the lazy river where the robin sun wakes the morning. We roll along, maybe blue skies above. Everyone's in love. Up the lazy river, how happy we'll be. Up the lazy river with me. Up the lazy river by the old mill run. Down lazy river in the noonday sun. You can linger for a while in the shade of a tree. Throw away your troubles, baby, dream of me. Where the robin song wakes a bright new morning, where we can roll along. There may be blue skies up above, as long as we're loving, yeah, we'll be a lazy river. How happy we could be. Up a lazy river with me. From the halfway mark, yeah, up a lazy river, where that robin song awakes the bright new morning. We can roll along, there are blue skies up above, and as long as we're in love, we'll be up a lazy river, up a crazy lazy river. Up a lazy river, I ain't going your way. Get out of my way. Up a lazy river with me. Give it up for Robert and
It just, and you know what, I've obviously worked a lot with Alyssa over the years, and so there's no part of me that looks and goes, well, I'm surprised at that. And yet the creative genius between the two of them, and obviously like how they intertwine stylistically and how they it's ridiculous.
It's mind-boggling. And Robert, he was one of our newest additions to the event. We were always trying to add value and pros every single year that we could from all different places. And also dealing with other event schedules where other people are already committed to. And so we would always have a door open for an invitation with pros when they could come on a year. And Robert just jumped in and went to it. And Alyssa, I mean, that girl, between the Strictly Swing and the Jack and Jill over SwingCouver, she's really done some amazing work on the floor. All the pros have. but there's a few that like you have really, it shows in the scores.
Crush it.
So we're going to move on now. The next one that we have
beautiful.
2 more left, guys, 2 more that we have time for during this, because trust me, there's a lot more that's worth the time. But we wanted to get as many as we could. Next up is Benji and Tashina. And they are dancing to one of the most beautiful songs that have ever hit our floor. That is Gravity. That was originally danced by Jordan and Tatiana, which is a beautiful routine. And now we are going to watch Benji and Tashina be inspired by that and perform. Enjoy. 1 hour, people. 1 hour.
Something always brings me back to you. It never takes too long. SwingCouver, give it up for Benji and Tashina.
Now.
A gift is what I would say that is to the dance community in general.
Is that a gift
It's
or
a gift.
It's a gift.
Every single, I've got goosies everywhere, whatever you want to call it. First of all, that song, I mean,
the song is incredible. It's
I mean, I could just see Tatiana's, her eyes
absolutely
are that song. And then you think, okay, to go and take the song and inspiration and just do a different, make it yours and try something different while still seeing the inspiration from Jordan and Todd. It was their bodies, the way they brought contemporary movement into it.
One of the things I love, and we've mentioned it for sure, but what I love seeing in this division when we do it, or when we've done it, is I love seeing that mix of that eclectic personal nature that gets offered from each couple, that each partnership, whether it's your own partner, because we've had people with their normal partners and people not, and either way is totally fine, but watching that eclectic mix come to life, and then watching the creative nature from their own aspect versus what they choose to bring in from the other routine. And the other routine, sometimes you might look and go, oh, well, I didn't see any choreography, which in this one there still can be yes or no, but I think a lot of people get lost in the, oh, I didn't see choreography. Is it the same? But I love seeing that mix of a little bit of honor. It could be the emotional honor.
Well, and again, the idea isn't to just go and do the whole routine. The idea is finding a way. And the fact that each of these couples do that while being respectful to the very people they're competing with, and then they dancing there, it just shows you how amazing swing dancing is the root of bringing people together. And it goes back in history all over the world, which you can find on Tara's interesting facts on Friday. She did a great one last night for us with Victoria. So make sure you guys, everybody watching, check that out.
IFL history, IFL fun pastry facts.
It was awesome. We're going to move on now to our finale that we have time for.
So this one to me, they're all special.
We're going to end with the worst one.
Oh God, it's so bad. In fact, let me just pull him up on my messenger so I make sure he can see this here. So this is probably one of the worst routines I've ever seen.
It's
I
awful,
despise it. I think there is zero cohesion. Rhythmicality is way off.
Just if they could find the beat, right?
In fact, I feel like the story time the pros told earlier, I think Ben may have the SwingCou-VID in this video.
His partner.
Yes.
It's so bad.
Well, especially because they were trying to copy such an iconic routine done by Robert Cordoba and KLDB. The routine they're about to dance, stuff like that. There was the first routine I saw shown to me by Robert Royston that made me go, that's where I belong. Right there.
Enjoy the worst thing that's ever happened
Ever.
at SwingCouver.
We're sorry already. We'll be right back.
Horrible.
See how you are. Enjoy.
Here she is, direct from the convent, Miss Dixie Leonard.
I was alone on a shelf in a world by myself. Oh, where could my Prince Charming be? But a man came along, made my life like a song, and taught me these words of ecstasy. Tenderly, I want the muggerness, the sweetness, the muggerness, the teasiness, the stuff like that. I want the petting and the spooning and some happy honeymooning and some stuff like that. I used to think that love was just a lot of rubbish, a mess of cabbage, but now my attitude is only lovey-dovey. And baby, you've done it. I want some sweetness, stuff like that there. I want some leaping and some chasing and some whipping and some pacing and some stuff like that there. And when I get a certain feeling, I confess it. It's really only one expression to express it. I want some hugging, squeezing, mugging, teasing, some stuff like that there.
Vancouver, give it up for Ben and Alyssa, couple number 9.
Ending with that one is just truly.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we're lying. That wasn't the worst.
Okay.
That was
All
amazing.
right, fine. We're full of crap.
Ben Morris.
You're a genius.
Your shout out to Robert Cordoba Deep V-neck is epic. What about Alyssa rolling on the ground, making it up to pull Ben up to give him the thumb up?
I want to bring a point on Alyssa's friggin' Strictly's here, because notice something about Maxime and Alyssa's dance that they did that coincides with Ben and Alyssa's dance is she seems to like to roll on the
She
floor.
likes rolling around on that floor. You know what? Good things happen when you roll around on the floor sometimes.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
seriously.
Yeah, that
crazy.
is your Strictly Swing show for today. I cannot thank Andreas Casper on the other side of this right now.
On the other side of the world.
Of the other side of the world, who has not only held up Kyle and I during this entire pandemic.
He's in
his ear.
He has also helped facilitate. Okay, he facilitated completely what you just saw.
Absolutely.
And I just want to say this. I know he's not going to like me doing this, but I'll say sorry later. This community has angels. They have hidden figures that are all over our world that spend time feeding our community with positivity, love, help,
Their
growth,
time.
their time with asking nothing in return. They aren't the ones all the times you see getting the big applause or even the thank yous on the microphones. Andreas Casper is one of those people, and I just want to publicly say, all over the world, and even people I don't know that you're helping, thank you.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. We, whether it's at SwingCouver or other events that we're part of, is obviously you guys are part of a countless number of events. And, you know, for us over the years, whether it's people like, you know, Dennis or JP who've come in, Tom Perlinger.
Brad Whelan
you know,
coming in, shooting all that, always getting it up
You know,
we are
on the website.
you know, you guys, when someone's in Germany and they're trying to help you and you're here, and we have kids, and he's just the most, he's always happy to help. And if you guys understood the time that he put into this for this weekend just alone was immense, not to mention what he does for every other person.
He was up last night with us on Zoom.
4 a.m. his time.
5. He was up at 5 his time last night.
So what you can do to thank Andreas, I know I've done it because it's an amazing channel on YouTube. He's got the best collection of just new events that he's helping with. So make sure you go to West Coast Swing Live, subscribe to his channel. You can go and support all the professionals that you saw today and encourage them to keep West Coast Swing growing until we can all get back together again by going to their online platforms and just supporting them in any way. I will say most of these professionals that you see, they're not going to let you know if they're struggling because they're trying to be your light. And so even though things may always seem like they're okay, as in your life, just be there for the support, because I know for SwingCouver, doing this 2-hour show was to let you guys know that we're not going anywhere. And we're going to pivot and do all that we can to make sure that when it's safe to come back, SwingCouver's there for you. And we hope you come try it out.
And I'm going to add one little thing that I don't care if you, but there's going to be not a follow-up to SwingCouver, but I'm going to do a new virtual thing with my new virtual business dance event partner. And that's not you, Sarah, just so you know. It's not you. It's actually the one beside you. And I'm going to do something with Kyle coming up in the next little bit here. We'll get details out in the next few weeks for you, but I'm really looking forward to.
We'll be putting that up. It's going to be a SwingCouver sponsored event. So
yes, it will. Yes, it will.
Kind of let you know what's going to happen now. This is a conclusion of our SwingCouver-VID show for 2021. I want to thank all the pros that showed up and supported. Jessica Cox, who really wanted McCurdy. I'm sorry, and that wanted to be here, but our little Mia, the little Mia baby, her beautiful little girl.
And Benji was stuck in traffic.
So
Sean and Court said they couldn't be with us today, so there's definitely a bunch of people that have given their love and said that they would love to.
And Tara's working, so please remember those that couldn't be at the live show today. Last but not least, right now we're going to go into a music share hour. What I mean by that is we are going to pour ourselves a glass of wine or maybe sparkling cider, whatever, if you're taking care of a clean body, whatever you're doing. And we're going to share some music with some of our SwingCouver DJs are going to pop in and share and say hello. Staff that is on the Zoom call, we have a staff room that they have all been hanging out in. We're going to open that room up to the people watching. Only 100 participants are going to be let in. So if you are interested,
if we get to more, we'll handle it.
We'll handle it. We're going to go to the SwingCou-VID event page on Facebook and post the Zoom link there. I'll also post it on the SwingCouver page if you'd like to just come hang out and chat. We're all just.
And I think we're going to start out with us. If we can start out playing a little bit of music. Koichi is going to be the DJ. We'll see who comes in and joins us after. But
again, it's just an hour-long hangout for anybody who wants to hang out at the after party.
Maybe hear some new music.
And we're going to start it off by just chatting. So to all the pros that are in the SwingCouver staff room, get ready to welcome our guests that are coming. And to everybody watching, thank you so much for taking your time out to see what we built I love you, John Kirkconnell. It's
I
an
love
honor
you,
to do
Van
this
Drake.
with
I love you,
you.
Kyle Red. I love you, Lee Young Kirkconnell.
We'll see you all on the Zoom call. We'll head over and post it. Staff, feel free to unmute yourself and turn on your video. Bye, everybody.
Peace, everybody.
We'll post it on YouTube as well. Bye, guys.
Yay.